Hello everyone, I'm Shadowstorm and welcome back to another reaction video. I've checked champion team and champion trailer. Now we only are left with the champion spotlight and gameplay. So, yeah, without further ado, let's just jump right into it.
Meet Rell, the Iron Maiden. Raised in the secret Black Rose Academy, Rell was forced to test her powers of ferromancy against other children, siphoning their magic and growing stronger with every battle she won.
Okay.
Now, this heavily armored metal-mancing support is fighting back against the powers that betrayed her.
Support.
Get ready to pump some iron. This is the Rell Champion Spotlight.
I love her team, by the way. Okay, abilities, let's go.
Rell's passive, Break the Mold, is all about wearing enemies down to beef herself up. Although she attacks extremely slowly, her attacks briefly steal a percentage of her target's armor and magic resist, and deal bonus damage on hit. Attacking more enemies gives Rell more armor and magic resist, and every new enemy she attacks refreshes the debuff on targets she's already stealing from.
Oh.
Forge your heart into something strong, unbreakable.
Tough talk for worm food.
With her Q, Shattering Strike, Rell thrusts forward with her lance, damaging and applying her passive to the first enemy hit and dealing half damage to all other targets. Shattering Strike also destroys enemy shields, foiling their defenses so they can eat lead. Rell's W, Ferromancy, comes in two parts. With Crashdown, Rell dons her full metal jacket, transforming her mount into heavy armor, leaping into the air and slamming to the ground to knock up surrounding enemies. She also gains a shield that lasts until broken or until she transforms back to her mounted state.
Okay.
Rell puts the pedal to the metal with Mount Up, transforming her armor back into her Steed of Steel. During her next attack, she charges her target, then flips them over her shoulder, dealing bonus damage. Rell has more durability while armored, but more speed while mounted, which means she can really get the lead out when she needs it most.
All this waiting.
That makes sense.
Fight.
Rell's E, Attract and Repel, magnetically binds her to an ally, granting them armor and magic resist while nearby. She can recast the spell to stun and damage enemies between her and the bound ally.
Don't get comfortable. I work alone.
Help an ally out. Damaging an enemy with Shattering Strike will heal Rell and her bound ally a percentage of their missing health. The more enemies hit, the more health they get back.
Wow.
Pairing the bind with Ferromancy allows for some devastating combos. Hitting enemies while mounted can flip them into the stun zone. Knocking enemies up with Crashdown makes them easy targets for a follow-up stun.
Okay.
With her ultimate Magnetic Storm, Rell erupts in unbridled rage, creating a gravitational field around her that sucks in enemies and deals damage over time.
Oh.
It is possible for enemies to escape the vortex, so Rell must choose which targets to keep in range. Magnetic Storm doesn't interrupt channels or disable any other actions, so basic attacks, flash, and elastic slingshot are still on the table.
Okay.
Playing Rell well is all about knowing when to saddle up and when to hunker down. In your armored state, rely on your extra shielding to win trades. When your shields are down, mount up again to lance a lot and finish the job. Choose the right moment to strike. With low mobility on foot, you might crash down to find yourself all armored up with nowhere to go, and no one likes an int horse. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with friends. Use Attract and Repel to bind to allies who can lock down enemies to help set up a stun and Shattering Strike. You can also use Attract and Repel's stun radius to peel your squishies from assassins, then strike while the iron's hot. For the ultimate crowd control combo, wait for enemy dashes to go on cooldown, then charge in for a huge knockup. While in the air, cast Magnetic Storm and Attract and Repel, so when you finally crash down, all your team has to do is pick up the shrapnel.
Yeah. Someone scrape this idiot off the floor.
Ooh.
Rell. Think you've got what it takes to ride with the Iron Maiden? Test your metal in the bot lane with Rell. Learn more about this heavy metal tank at the links below.
Okay. So yeah, we had ourselves a support. Okay. I was thinking if she'll be a top laner, a tank top lane, or yeah. So she is a support character. So yeah, a lot of CC abilities for a support. Very combo-ish. You need to know what you're doing with her. So yeah, with passive we got basically Vice passive. When she hits basic attacks or what's the right word here? When Vi hits enemy champions 3 times with basic attacks or abilities, she reduces their defenses, right? So Rell is doing that with her basic attacks and Q, I believe, and it refreshes on a different champion hit, right? So yeah, she hits one, she hits the other one, and the first, I mean all the other that are marked, they will refresh this debuff as well. So yeah, that's really so in the fight you just need to hit everyone and you will do most of the things that you need to do as a support, that is to protect and to help your teammates. So with the Q we saw it's a lance thrust thingy, applying her passive on the first enemy hit, a champion, I believe, right? Yeah, it would make sense. And it destroys shields. That's something new, I believe, and very interesting. That's something unique, right? I don't think that any other champion as of till now has that kind of ability. Then we have her W, so she can jump, she will knock up enemies in the first area and then slide like a pantheon behind them. And that's a good way to use her E, which is the stun. And yeah, with this, when she uses this to jump, she will transform her mount in an armor, so she will get a shield and more resistance. And you can I guess press it again and transform this shield, this armor back into the mount, and you get more movement speed. Yeah, that's interesting. And with E, it's like a Taric, not sure which spell is from the Taric, I think it's W, that also you get connected with other ally, so yeah, you get bonus resistances, then you can heal your ally with the percent health that you are missing or something like that. So if you hit multiple enemies, you will hit a lot. That's useful. And you can cast this again to stun the enemy champions. Let me just go back to the point how she marks,
Rell's E, Attract and Repel, magnetically binds her to an ally, granting them armor and magic resist while nearby. She can recast the spell to stun and damage enemies between her and the bound ally.
Don't get comfortable. I work alone.
Well, it didn't said here anything, but I don't know if it's like a Kalista passive where you choose one ally and that's the ally that you will have this E on, but wait, when she ganked, she combined herself with Vi. That's definitely, yeah, she's combined here with Vi. Okay, so you have option to choose other allies. But I don't know how that how this spell works. Then you have like one. The first thing is to select your ally. The second thing is to stun like enemies when you want to. So I don't know how this ability can really work. So I will have to check this in the game. But if you already know, put in the comments below. And yeah, her ultimate being a magnetic force field that attracts like enemies. That's really live. I mean, it's not like taunt, so you just compress enemy movement so they can't move as fast, and like they will need to dash or flash or something. But I don't know if this can like save your AD carry from the assassins. They will just jump on him and he's dead. So I don't know if she has time to ult and oh yeah, you will like be moving towards me now, but I still can't do anything about your doing attacks on him because her ultimate doesn't block any channels or that. So we had example with Misfortune and Zac. So she could ult it and Zac could jump out of this easily. So I am not so sure about her ultimate on how it will be. But that's my thoughts on this new champion. Yeah, it's something refreshing, something new. Apart from the Seraphine, which is basically a 2.0 Sona. These I don't really have like I mean a kind of similar ability with the Taric. Then I can guess kinda compare it with the Pantheon and the Pike. But that's pretty much it, and Vi. But the shield breaking technique, that's something new, I think. So yeah, thank you. If you enjoyed this reaction and my rumble after it, give it a thumbs up. And as I said before, if you have something to say, put it in the comments below. And yeah, that's it. Thank you again for checking this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!